Welcome to the PoPolitickin show. Created in 2008, PoPolitickin is a hip-hop meets self-help brand. With each conversation, we teach the babies and share success secrets with you, the listener. Our focus is to preserve the hip-hop culture and introduce the future upcoming stars. Past guests of the PoPolitickin show include Yo Gotti, Megan Thee Stallion, DaBaby, Currency, MC Light, Jay Prince, Dead Prez, Razcast, and more. Subscribe on Apple Podcasts to get automatic updates of each episode. Keep politicking with Po on social media at PoPolitickin. Visit our website, PoPolitickin.com, for more exclusive content.
All right, y'all. Welcome back to PoPolitickin.com. Your home for self-help meets hip-hop. Right now, we're live on YouTube, but check me out on Spotify, Apple, and wherever you listen to podcasts. 121 place to be with my homie, NJWeedman. I think he'll be back in a minute. He's setting up in the background. We live with him today. Thanks for coming through for another episode of PoPolitickin. This whole new year. Been doing this now for since 2008, for 14 years now. All right, we back, man. How you doing?
Oh, I'm all good, man.
I would say, I don't know if you remember last time we talked, it was 2010.
I know it was a good while ago.
Yeah.
So a lot's changed since then.
Oh, yeah, a lot changed.
I was in LA doing my thing then.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, I don't even know where you want to start, man, because I said that was a long time ago since we talked, so where you want to start since then?
Well, I mean, I'll throw it out there. I was in LA when I was did the last interview with you. Like you said, like 2010, something like that. I think it was 2013 when the man came, the DEA, and shut me down, chased me out of LA. They didn't arrest me or prosecute me. They just ran me out of town, destroyed my business, everything. Told me I was out of business unless I wanted to go to the federal penitentiary. So, all right, out of business, and I came home. I came home to Jersey. When I came here, I had some issues at the time when I came home. Not only did I come home broke because they destroyed me, I had a bout of bone cancer. So I came home that way. And after about 2 years, I got myself together, beat that the cancer thing, and opened up a place in Jersey. Called it NJWeedman's Joint. Officially, it was a restaurant, but yeah, I was selling weed too. At some point, I got busted. I duked it out. Basically, took almost 2 years to chase the demons off me, to knock the state off me. And then I've been doing good ever since. I ain't been busted in New Jersey since March of 2017. I've been doing very well, to the point that my place right here in Jersey is thriving. Last February, I went down to Miami and opened up a place in Miami. So now I'm going back and forth from New Jersey to Miami every week. I'm doing pretty good. Matter of fact, what I'm about ready to start in Florida is cannabis cruises. I bought me a boat, nice big boat, and about ready to get another one. And I'm gonna start doing, urban directed cruises, And of course, I'm gonna allow weed smoke in there too. So I call them cannabis cruises. Uh-oh. I don't hear your audio.
I saw you just open up a dispensary in New Jersey.
Yeah, well, officially it's not really a dispensary yet.
Oh.
I just been buck wilding and saying, get 12 bitches. And, they haven't arrested me in years now. And in the meantime, yes, it is a dispensary. It's just not a licensed one.
I would say, so did you have a dispensary in LA, the one you said they shut down?
Yes. Yeah. I had one in LA, right on Hollywood Boulevard. I was doing pretty good there. And then, like I said, the DEA came and shut me down.
Yeah, I would say always, like, especially now when how they legalize cannabis, like a lot of states. I always think about you. I was like, damn, man, what about him? 'Cause I know you, like you said, you went to jail over everything. So, like, how do you feel as far as like the law on cannabis changing throughout the years?
Listen, you know how Rosa Parks said she's not getting off of this bus. She ain't getting to the back. I said the same thing. I ain't getting off of this cannabis, and I ain't getting to the back. So I openly started selling weed like the white guys, you know, because that's what's happening. As legalization has come, it didn't just come like, all right, legalized. No, it's been corporatized and Caucasianized. They don't even call it marijuana no more. They call it cannabis.
Right.
You know, you know what? I tell people all the time, like, what do you think cannabis is? And they're like, it's it's the real name for marijuana. I go, no, it's Caucasian acceptable marijuana. You don't go to jail for cannabis because cannabis has been made legal. While marijuana, you look at the books, they ain't changed hardly none of the laws. The marijuana laws are still in effect. It's still illegal. Federally, marijuana with an H is still illegal. But they're making cannabis legal all over the country in different states. And I don't know. I have issues with that too. But you know, it should be legal. It should be legal for everybody.
Yeah, I had one of my homegirls. She live out here in San Diego, and she was just talking about how difficult it is for like black people to start a dispensary versus white people out here. Like she was talking about that when I interviewed her. So I guess like that's a thing that we have to deal with.
Well, they put up a whole bunch of obstacles for us because, to be honest with you, the urban community, I don't care where I've been all over the country. I've been in every damn state in the nation except for Hawaii and Alaska. And the one thing I found is marijuana in every single state. Sure, when I went to like North Dakota, South Dakota, New Hampshire, Vermont, places like that, it was hard to find it. I had to have it myself already. But pretty much everywhere else, you can find marijuana, especially in urban communities. If there's a black community, there's marijuana. So as legalization came, instead of all these communities getting legalized and all that, they put up all these obstacles that only corporations or very rich people could hurdle. And that's where it came out, where we went from us going to jail 3 times the numbers of white guys to now 3 times, 4 times, 9 times the amount of white guys are selling weed, and we're not. I created a hashtag, by the way. I want your listeners to check out my hashtag. The hashtag is hashtag sell weed like I'm white. Hashtag sell weed like I'm white. That was my Rosa Parks moment. That's when I said, you know what? I'm not getting off this cannabis. I'm selling weed like I'm white. And basically, I was daring the state of New Jersey to arrest me because I also believed they couldn't get 12. So, you know, as far as the trial, all right, I'm selling weed just like the white guys. Let's put that on trial, you know? And I don't think they can get 12 because I would just show the picture of all the white guys that are selling weed, and they got me arrested. I'm getting prosecuted. So if I had had a trial, and the state decided not to arrest me, they just let me go. I mean, if you had told me 5 years ago that there'd be 13 legal dispensaries in the state of New Jersey, all run by rich white guys, and me having the 14th one, I wouldn't have believed it. But that's basically what it is. You Google me, you look me up. There's a dispensary directly across the street from Trenton, New Jersey's City Hall. Trenton, New Jersey is the capital. So I got my place across the street from City Hall and the state capitol, selling weed like the white guys. And I can go into detail on how it happened, but that'd be an all-day story. But what it really comes down to is civil disobedience works, jury nullification works. They were, my civil disobedience, like I'm going to sell weed just like I'm white. Again, hashtag sell weed like I'm white. And I don't think they could get 12 if they actually prosecuted me. So that's my hashtag NJ, like New Jersey. NJ can't get 12. And my thought always was, all right, if they arrest me, we're going to have a nice big public race trial. And you know, I've had people like, oh man, that's not right. You played the race card. I'm like, whoa, it's not right because the race card is in my hand now and I get to play it. The race card has been played against me my whole life. I can name numerous incidents that I know this happened because I was black. I know this happened because I was black, because somebody else had the race card and they played it against me. First time I got arrested, I went to prison. You know, you went look at that number. How many black men the first time they go to get arrested, how many of them go to prison compared to the first time a white guy gets arrested? You know, it's like 8 times the number, 9 times the number, something like that. I've seen the figures before. And, you know, that's the race card being played. The fact that marijuana is illegal was a big race card being played. You know? So now as legalization has come and only these white guys were getting their licenses and everything was set up for them, the corporations were being set up for them. No, I just kind of refused to accept it like that and figured, okay, let's have a big race trial then. You arrest me, that's what I'm doing. I'm yelling, I'm only being prosecuted because I'm a black man selling marijuana when you let these white guys sell cannabis.
Yeah, I'm saying you saw they even have stocks, marijuana stocks.
Yeah, and there's people in prison in some states still for marijuana. You go to like Louisiana, Alabama, there are people who got life sentences, black people. They got life sentences for marijuana and they're still there.
Yeah, they be trying to get you a Mississippi still for like a half an ounce. They'll arrest you like years for half an ounce.
Yeah.
Goddamn. What the hell?
So it's kind of crazy that we're. I mean, it's evolving. It's a lot better, you know. Like unless you're in Louisiana, you're still in jail for a weed charge from 1991 or something like that. Yeah, but it's gotten better nationwide. Whether you're not getting arrested for having a joint anymore, you know, law enforcement is pretty much looking the other way as like guys like me are just openly selling weed now. But things have gotten better, but they're not perfect, and it's still tainted with racism. You know, rich white guys are getting pensions and, you know, penthouses and going to, you know, got a marker on the stock exchange, and there's still little guys getting arrested, or even if you're not getting arrested now, the fact that you got arrested and ruined 10 years ago, 12 years ago, is still relevant today. And you know, you get a felony, whether it doesn't really matter what the felony is for. It's just as bad as putting a big F on your forehead, you know, or numbers on your arm, or a Star of David on your arm, whatever. It's the same thing, you know. It never leaves. It ruins you, you know. Glad they don't march people in the ovens or nothing like that, but it still ruins you, you know. For instance, if I was a totally legit guy, I couldn't get a job at Walmart because I couldn't pass the criminal background check. I've been arrested numerous times for CDS, controlled dangerous substance, marijuana. You know, I can kill somebody and get a job at Walmart, but I can't be a druggie, as they say, you know. And there's a lot of places like that. Like, you know, the marijuana arrest ruined you. All these guys out here getting ready to start making millions and stuff have been established, or they didn't have to worry about their criminal background. They didn't go to prison, had their whole life ruined. You know, they end up being CEOs of some little corporation, and they're jumping on the social change of marijuana and becoming rich. And to me, it feels like it was on the back of people who went to prison. You know?
I want to ask you, so like, that first time I talked to you was 2010. It's 12 years later. So what makes you like go so hard for this cause? Like, what motivates you to keep pushing for this cause?
Well, before that, in 1997, I was one of them guys that got arrested and ruined. I had a trucking business. I lived in the suburbs. I had the house with the fence and 2 dogs and 3 kids. You know, like that's how I was living. And then I got busted for weed, and just, you know, I just rebelled against that whole thing, that whole idea that you're gonna ruin me, ruin my whole life. So I just started fighting for a change. And I thought of the marijuana laws as being racist anyway. So to me, fighting against the marijuana laws was a righteous cause, a civil rights issue, a issue of combating racism. You know, I grew up basically in the late 70s, early 80s. So I looked at the 60s and the 50s, the civil rights movement as a righteous cause and all that, and I compared the two. So I took a lot of tactics and a lot of things that happened in the 50s and 60s and applied them to the 90s and to the 2000s, and it was just my way of fighting the system, honoring some of our civil rights leaders. I mean, even now with my whole Civil Disobedience Act and all that, I constantly attribute it to Rosa Parks. You know, I constantly say I ain't getting off this cannabis. You know, white guys are selling weed now, and they calling it a cannabis business. Like, all right, I had a cannabis business too. It was a marijuana business, and they put me in prison for it. You know, so now everything that changed, and the white guys got these corporations, and they're calling it cannabis now, and this, that, and the other. They're bribing our politicians to write the laws for them. You're like, no, I refuse to concede to that. I refuse to sit in the back. I refuse to get to the front. I mean, so many times as the legalization issues was hitting I had people telling me, oh, well, things ain't perfect, but just wait, just slow down. Like, no, like, why I gotta get to the back? Why I gotta slow down? These white guys are lining up to make millions, And I'm like, so I just said no. And I guess that stance was noticed by a lot of people. A lot of press over the years have covered me. If you Google me, there are thousands of newspaper articles. You Google me, there's just all kinds of quotes from me all over. I made this an issue for me, sometimes to my detriment. I got put in prison before for talking and stuff like that. There were things that happened to me that were just screwed up. But in the long run, I'm the last man standing. I'm still here.
Then what you think about, like, it's some people that be like, well, if your job say you shouldn't smoke, you shouldn't smoke.
Well, I mean, if you got that type of job that you couldn't smoke, you can't smoke. And you knew that when you applied. So trust me, there are decisions that people have to make too. I know if I wanted to be an airline pilot, for instance, I couldn't pass a drug test, so I shouldn't even apply for a job like that. A doctor, same thing. I don't even have a problem that like you shouldn't be high and flying a plane. You shouldn't be high and doing brain surgery. I really don't think it's bad if on your day off you smoke the joint for either one of those occupations. But all right, that's the rules. I mean, remember Ricky Williams?
Yeah.
And he was making millions and millions of dollars, but he wanted to smoke weed. And I remember at one point kind of like feeling like, man, I'd have stopped smoking weed. As much as I smoke weed, I'd have stopped smoking weed to get that paycheck that the NFL was giving him. But during the course of all my activism and stuff, I got to talk to him a couple times. And you know what? I don't know if I would have quit after talking to him, because he felt like I did. All the public talking I did and the things that happened to me because I spoke out and fought this, that, and the other, he felt the same way. But he just was in the public light, being an NFL football player, but he still felt the same way I did about a lot of things. And it served him well. He feels better when he smokes weed. It brings him his normal. It's medicine for him. It was spiritual.
Yeah. I'm gonna say, especially with those, like with any athletes, I think the weed is better than them taking shots or taking pills. Even with the the psychology medicine, man, like they have you taking that medicine, bro. Like weed better than a lot of this medicine they try to give to you, but I don't know why they try to put the weed in the bad light.
That was racism. That was that race card they played way back when. Again, that's what I be talking about. Some of your listeners probably know. I mean, they made it illegal by claiming it was the weed of the witches, the herb of the devil. Mexicans were smoking it. Black guys smoked it and had sex with white women. Even though I have to tell you something about that. I've never had sex with a white woman who didn't smoke weed. So maybe they got a point there. No, I'm just kidding. I've joked about that before, though. Harry Anslinger is a famous quote from Harry Anslinger, one of them, where he say that smoking marijuana causes white women to have sex with black men. And I would always joke. I was always joke, well, I don't know if it caused them to do it, but I know one thing: every white woman I ever was with smoked weed. But just about every woman, just about every single woman I've ever been with smokes weed. But it's just tough.
I think it's just law of attraction.
Yeah, exactly. Like I don't like drunks. I don't like women who drink. So man, if I find a woman who's doing coke, I don't want nothing to do with it. Church going woman who doesn't do nothing, I can't deal with her either, though. But a woman who smokes weed, yeah, we share that in common. So I've joked that every white woman I've ever been with did smoke weed. So maybe Harry Anslinger had something going for it. Maybe everything you said wasn't true.
I would say, what do you think about the quality of the weed? You think it got better or it got worse?
Oh, I think it got extremely better. Sometimes I talk to people a little bit older than me, and they swear the weed from the 70s was better, but I don't see how that's possible. Now there's so many grow techniques and strains have been developed, and no, the weed today is a lot better. People growing indoor weed right now are, let me change this screen. I'm looking like an angel or something. That light coming in the window.
Yeah, we're shining.
It's still, I can't fix it. I'm in the wrong spot.
Good.
There we go. Nope, still got it. I'm in my bedroom. Anyway, no, I think the weed is a lot better nowadays. And look where you at. You in San Diego, man. Some of the best weed in the world is being grown in indoor facilities in Southern California. The Northern California guys got a lot of good strains and all that. The best weed in the world is grown in California now. And it's been like that for at least 30 years. Sure, you can say that there is weed in northern India, the original home of the ganja plant, all that, and Kush and all that is from there. And they're growing naturally, and this, that, and the other is good. I believe that it is. You go to the Bekaa Valley in Lebanon or out that way, they're growing some great hash. They're like it's world famous, right? But those strains made it to California. Other strains made it to California. California got some of the best weather in the world, and them hippies in the 70s, they got something going. They developed a illegal marijuana industry in California that has thrived for 30 years. All these other states that are coming online are still 30 years behind California. I like when these guys from Colorado try to act like they got the best weed. And I just laugh at them. And I'm not from California, so I'm not repping California. I'm from New Jersey, But you hear these guys talk. I think the best weed in the world is grown in California. Oregon, it is practically the same. That's the next northern.
Yeah, same coast.
Same coast. The climate's almost the same. But them guys in Oregon, Washington State, California are growing some of the best weed in the world. Will Colorado catch up? Yeah, they will. I mean, guys in New Jersey are growing indoor right now too. Guys in Maine are growing pretty good. So
I heard. I don't know if you heard about this, man, because I'm from Mississippi, but I heard they was talking about one of the colleges out there, like Ole Miss. They got a whole lab and shit. So it'd be like colleges with weed labs and shit.
Well, the government. I think it's Mississippi or is it Tennessee? The government's where the government grows its marijuana at. The federal government grows marijuana. I believe it is in Mississippi. Has a whole farm where they grow weed, and there's a lot of colleges around the country now are developing courses that deal with cannabis. So you're saying Ole Miss? I don't know about that because I don't follow Mississippi rules, but like in New Jersey, you got Stockton College and Rowan University, both, and Rutgers, all have some type of cannabis studies going on.
And then, I'm actually, what's the government selling weed, growing weed for?
They say for studies. There was a there was a group of patients for a while, for years, that the federal government grew their marijuana. You can still look it up. It used to be like 7. It was like 21 of them at one point. I remember a few years ago, I looked in and there were 7 of them still alive. And right now, I think it's only 2 or 3.
That's right. Good life right there, huh?
Yeah, they've been getting 300 joints of marijuana since the 80s.
Shit.
The government's 300 a month. I think one guy's named something McCormick. I can't remember his name. He has a bone condition very similar to the bone condition I had. I remember saying that I could use his case to try to get me some medical marijuana too. That was years ago. LV Masuka, that was her name. LV Masuka is an older white lady. She had glaucoma. And the government's been giving her marijuana, 300 joints a month for 30 years.
They blazing too. How many is that a day? I mean, you smoking good every day.
Yeah, that's
10 a day.
That's 10 a day.
Yeah,
I don't think they're smoking that many.
They smoke like Smokey, got both in their mouth. They smoke.
I actually smoked some of it. I've gone to events and different people that received the government weed was there. And I ended up tasting it. It was a step above some Mexican swag.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't nothing to be proud of.
Oh, what are you smoking right now?
Man, I got so many strains of weed. Sometimes I don't even know. And in this particular case, I'm sitting in front of my computer. So I got all these like roaches where I started smoking something good, put it out.
Yeah.
Just when I was talking to you, I just picked one of them up and just lit it. So I don't know what it is.
It ain't big as yours, but I got my little tray too.
Exactly.
I say, I remember last time I talked to you too, you had wrote a book. You got any more books since then? Yeah, 3 of them actually. Wow, okay. And I got one. I got actually 2 right now that are just incomplete. One of them, I actually was going to self-publish not too long ago, and the crazy part about it is too long. It's 800 pages, and I couldn't get it published as self-published with 800 pages. There are other ways to do it, and then I have a guy who's writing a book. Was it autobiography or biography? I'm assisting him on writing a biography of me, and we're going to be co-writers. So, I think, I think that's going to happen pretty soon. Matter of fact, I have even, man, if you go to Amazon and just put me in there, Amazon, just put NJWeedman in the search engine, so all the Amazon books come up. But I don't know. I guess I can drop this. I kind of hinted about it a couple times before, but I think this is getting ready to be a major movie with featuring me or my life. Who would you like to play your part? What actor? What's his name that played in Flow and Terrence Martin? Is that his name? Also in Flow? Yeah. Terrence Howard. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, Terrence Howard. That's his boy? Yeah. I like him. Cuba Gooding. What's his name? Philip Michael Thomas is too old. Back with that one. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe your boy from Chicago. If he hadn't did that whole fake shit, threw some dreads on him, he probably could have did good. Smollett. Yeah, man, he kind of messed that one up, man. Yeah, he messed that one up. That was so obvious. Who will be your leading lady? Oh my God! Please don't tell me that. Don't give me a choice for that. Listen, I'm old school, so Lisa Bonet is on my radar. Okay. Holly Berry, Lisa Bonet and Holly Berry, and then what's the Washington girl? Oh man, I can't remember her name right now. Yeah, man, I'd love to just talk to her one day. Just talk to her. Man, I can't remember her name. She plays in a lot of movies, man. Now that what genre would your movie be? I think it'd be crime, true life crime. Okay. But I would be I'd be the hero though. Like all crimes, I don't think are bad. We like
helping an escaped slave is not a bad law to break.
Right.
Marijuana, same thing. So even though, yes, technically I've been a criminal for pretty much my whole life, selling weed, consuming weed, all that. So I've been a criminal. So it would be under the true life crime stories. And that's what I was getting ready to say my little hint was about is, you know who Seth Ferrantini is?
Mm.
Well, Seth Ferrantini is kind of a famous writer, producer, all that. He spent some time in prison, but he's famous for his true life renditions, and he's been
Oh.
making movies and documentaries. And I've been kind of in discussions with him the last couple months. Matter of fact, in the next few days, I got to book a flight to San Francisco area to meet up with him again. But he got a Emmy or a Grammy or whatever it is, couple like 2 years ago for that movie White Boy Mike, White Boy Rick.
Yeah. Look like he do Vice TV stuff too.
Yeah, he do. Yeah. I've seen him on something. I even seen him on like CNN one day talking about some court case.
Mm.
But yeah, so me and him are in discussion. So I think that's gonna be bigger than the book. I think the books that I have written are going to end up being kind of supported by the movie.
Yeah, I say, so is your goal to like be mainstream?
Yeah, but you know what I think? I think society caught up to me. I didn't turn around and somehow start conforming to society's rules on marijuana and somehow blend it in. No, society caught up to me. I've been publicly talking about consuming, sharing, smuggling, growing marijuana for the last 30-something years. So society's caught up to me. And I don't know, sometimes I went from zero to hero. And in some places I am considered a hero. Around here, where I live at, here in Trenton, New Jersey, I'm considered a hero. I'm a little celebrity, everything. If I stand on the street just smoking a cigarette, smoking a joint for a minute, I don't smoke cigarettes, smoking a joint. Cars blow their horn at me, people wave. I'm across the street from City Hall. The mayor is my neighbor. I joke with the mayor. I've seen the mayor outside and I yell to him, "Hey neighbor, can I borrow some sugar?" You know what I mean? He laughs, we joke. He comes to my restaurant because I have a restaurant across the street. So he's come to my restaurant. Yeah, I feel like I've become mainstream. 30 years ago, me being cool with a mayor of any town would not have happened. I would have been considered a criminal. They didn't want no parts of me. Wouldn't want me near them. You know what I mean? So, I have commercials that run on TV. NJWeedman, this joint restaurant. And everybody knows at the restaurant, not only can you buy chicken wings, you can get an eighth of an ounce too.
Is it like that movie The Trap where they put the weed in the chicken and stuff like that? You remember that movie?
Only if you ask for it. Listen, I got commercials. Now I wish I had known this was gonna come up. I'd have sent you links to my commercials. I got commercials and some of them air on TV. I have a commercial right now. Today, the Eagles are playing today on ESPN. And in 2 counties in New Jersey, the county I'm in, Mercer County, and my restaurant's in, and the county just south of here, Burlington, I'm running commercials on Comcast system on ESPN. So hundreds of thousands of people are going to be watching the Eagles game today, and they're going to see my commercials. Now, in my commercials, I tout not only chicken wings, but Weedman sauce. Weedman sauce is a barbecue sauce. And you put it on everything. Now, hinting here without acknowledging anything, but I think that's a major coup that I could never have gotten that off years ago. I could have never gotten that off years ago, having commercials about my restaurant, NJWeedman's Joint. I mean, there was one commercial that I tried to air. They wouldn't let me air it because it was in the song. It said you got 8 ounces and chicken wings. I mean, I could find. You know what? I don't know how to use Zoom that good, but I could find that. It's on YouTube, and I can see the link to my commercial. So in your in your show, in the edits, whatever, drop these commercials in there.
All right.
Since we're talking about it.
Should be fun.
Oh, it's easy to find. Wait, what did I just do though? I don't know how to use it where I could play something.
Did the MJ joints? I see them. I could play. Let me see. NJWeedman joints.
Commercial. There's a playlist for the commercial.
Yeah, I think I got it.
Oh, wait a minute, I gotta find it now too. Oh shoot.
Pay promos.
I think I can't get there for some reason right now.
Oh.
I'll find it. Yeah, promos is one, but there's a couple. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with my my search engine is not working on YouTube. I usually don't use this computer, so this computer's not all pre-set up for stuff.
Yeah, I was trying to find it myself.
Oh shoot. Yeah, now I got too many computers. There was a time I didn't have no computers. Now I got too many. Yeah, on the playlist.
They say the Weedman sauce.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the exact commercial I'm talking about. And we can keep talking. I'll get back to it. It's the promos is one, but that's not the one. It's commercials. I know I had joint commercials. It says commercials. But I'm looking through all the playlists and I don't see them for some reason.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna ask you when you was talking about a hero, what's your definition of a hero?
Somebody the community looks up to. And there's a lot of people in this area who look up to me. Oh yeah, here it is.
Oh, you got it.
Search warrant.
Yeah, it's a whole playlist.
More powerful than the prosecutor on speed. 2 hits from the bomb inside of the DA helicopter. The skies, the bird is the plane. The new Jersey Weedman, every day. So ain't nobody doing this man. And it's never.
Welcome to NJWeedman's joint.
Search warrant.
I think this is it, yeah. But there's a bunch of commercials, like 30 commercials on here. Most of them are for the internet, but there's about 4 or 5 of them that ran on TV. I'm gonna throw you a chat.
Oh yeah, I can show one right now. Here you go.
Right, I think that link. You click that link.
Search warrant.
I can play this one right quick.
Yeah, but that's not for the commercial. That's actually not for the Wait a minute. That's not a commercial. That's like for the whole restaurant. Oh, here's one.
We got plus, got lots of chicken, got mac and cheese, 8 ounces in the kitchen. You try to smoke, I'm down. You try to eat. Now let me show everybody now where we be.
All right, I'm getting ready to send you one. You're gonna like this one. Play this. I like this one. All right, chat.
All right.
That link right there.
All right, here we go. Let me share my screen.
That one they wouldn't let me run actually on TV. As I'm looking through all these commercials, though, I see 3, 4 of them that they did that for.
We got plus, got lots of chicken, got mac and cheese, 8 ounces in the kitchen. You try to smoke, I'm down. You try to eat. Now let me show everybody now where we be. We at the joint, the Weedman's joint. If your mama stole your stats, come along. Got what you want. Got what you need. That's right. Shake your wings and fry the blood weed. Yo, where is this?
Welcome to NJWeedman's joint.
Search
Hey,
warrant.
was that Redman?
Nah.
Oh,
Just this kid from Jersey. named Rico Rodriguez. Is his real Cali the Chef. He calls himself. That's his public name, Cali the Chef. Uh-oh, what's that? Something came on afterwards?
Yeah, make sure it ain't my shit. Yeah, I would like to go there though. Shit, if I'm in New Jersey, I gotta stop by.
Yeah, I got a lot of commercials out there. That's when I first opened.
Here we go.
Eagles are playing today, and I need a tray of New Jersey Weedman's chicken sandwiches.
The New Jersey Weedman's joint at 322 State Street.
Hold on. You're not getting none, and you definitely not getting none. Oh man, listen, I only want to do chicken sandwiches. I'm getting all of them. What you mean you want to? I'm buying all of them. You want to Popeye shit? I'm not going to Popeye. I'm not going to Popeye. Well, you gotta go, man. You gotta go.
12 seconds later.
And I'm vegan, so I came here to get and it's open house. It's Richard over there.
Who you gonna cook? Who the cooks?
I'm trying to get some of this sound on.
Oh.
Governor Christie, please come have a salad. Oh, that's on my end. Okay. I'm sitting there thinking it's you. It's me.
Oh no. I was saying
I couldn't figure out how to cut all this sound off. Okay, there we go. There we go. It's gone. Sorry about that.
Yeah, that's who the cooks right now.
Say that again?
The cooks of the restaurant.
Oh, I got like 5 cooks. So a husband and wife team, a black and white couple. They're cooks. They cook together, usually on the same shift. A guy named Steve. He calls himself Sativa Steve now. White guy. He been there over 2 years now. I got Shantae, black woman, 30-something, right at 40 years old. Great cook. She's adds that mama's touch. She got her little secret menu, she calls it, which is cool. People come in, there's the regular menu, this, that, and the other. When she's working, she got her secret menu in. People ask her to cook. Really, her secret menu is she can cook anything. If she got it there, she can cook it. So people come in and do special orders for her.
Y'all been asking you, how did you come up with the menu?
A lot of it's weed themed, but I don't know. When I first opened, I tried to do really have a lot of vegan options, have a lot of healthy options. But listen, I gotta tell you something. People don't want to eat healthy. There are people that do, but the vast majority of people, they want to eat what they like. And as a business owner, I learned trying to have a vegan place or this whole vegetarian type of place, to me, I wasn't successful at doing that. But some fried chicken, some cheese sticks, some different quick munchy food. Yes, that's worked well, and it goes more with my theme, I guess. This whole weed thing is more like I have munchy food,
right?
Maybe not like a hippie type vegetarian stuff. No, we offer that though. I mean, we have a vegan soup. Okay, in fact, we use the menu with Willie Nelson. Willie Nelson is a big vegan guy, and he has a soup called Willie Nelson soup, and his recipe is online. So you just go look his recipe up, and then here you go, make this and keep this on the menu. So that's what we did that a couple of years ago, and there are people who come and get that all the time. The Impossible burgers and those different vegan burgers and veggie burgers, we do offer them, but they don't sell nearly as much as the hamburgers do. They don't sell nearly as much as fried chicken do. It is what it is. Even like smoothies and stuff. We sell smoothies. We sell a lot of smoothies, but some people walk right in for the soda machine, and they go right to. It doesn't matter. You got smoothies over there. It doesn't matter. There's a whole bunch of water there. They don't want that. They want Coca-Cola. They want Sprite. So we do offer it to them. So talking about coming with how you come up with the menu, you got to put up what people want. To be honest with you, and I have a whole pot smoking crowd, in and out crowd, transitional crowd. Like that's what I get. So people are coming in, they want a burger, they want a cheesesteak, they want all these little fast things, empanadas. We sell a lot of empanadas here, tacos. We sell a lot of tacos, and those are
what kind of tacos? Like carne asada?
Several different types. Not so much carne asada, but like shrimp tacos, chicken tacos, veggie tacos. And I think it's cheese. We got like 4 that any time we can do it. If somebody really walked in and asked for something fancy, my cooks can make a different type of taco. They could take the cheesesteak meat, for instance, and make a carne asada. If they had to, if somebody really wanted them to. I gotta ask somebody if anybody ever did that.
That might be a new meal right there.
Yeah.
Cheesesteak taco.
I named a couple of the items on our menu after local New Jersey celebrities. So, like there's a radio station in New Jersey, and it's a talk show, 101.5. It's the biggest talk show in the state. And on my menu, I named a couple items after the host on the menu. And at one time or another, all those hosts have talked about their sandwich at, on my menu, and was it a publicity stunt? Yeah. Did it get me some? Did it work? It was successful if it was, because, that's free advertisement. And they're happy about it because like I became like a little celebrity. Like, so I have like Dennis and Judy. Dennis and Judy are these wraps. You get one flavor and the other flavor, but it's 2. But Dennis and Judy are a male, female talk show host. And they're in the morning, like 10 to 2. So when they talk about things at 10 to 2, man, a whole lot of the state hears them. So on that station, I'm very well known by its audience. So naming a sandwich after them. And then over the years, they've always reported on me too. So when things were going bad for me, they spoke to the public about me. So I rewarded them with a name and something on my menu after them. There's a guy named Steve Trevelise. He is like a nighttime guy, like 7 to 11 or something like that. It's his hours, and he has his show is not as serious as Dennis and Judy's, and he laughs and jokes. Sometimes he's like a Trumpster, like I want to pull some dreads out, but he's a comedian. Like that's what he does on the side. He's a comedian. He's a cool dude, and I named it's really a chicken parmesan sandwich after him. He's an Italian guy named Steve Trevelise. So we named our chicken parmesan sandwich the Trevelise. And hey, when he found out that he had a sandwich named after him, I'd say he talks about every couple months, maybe every other month. He talks about the fact that he has a sandwich and named after him at 101.5. And I don't think nowhere else in the state any restaurant has done that. So he talks about his sandwich, and you can always go down to Weedman's joint and get the Trevelise, And to me, I couldn't. Now I can. But a while ago, I couldn't afford it to get a commercial on 101.5, let alone the host just talking about it and people call up and ask them about it. They come to my restaurant, they get it, and I've heard people say, "Hey, I went to Weedman's joint and I got the Trevorese. It was a great sandwich." And he's like, "Yeah, yeah." You know, he talked. Then for half an hour, people talking about my sandwich or me.
Making them go get it too. That's free. That's good promotion.
Yeah, yeah. So I did that with the menu. You know, we have, and I have a staff here. You know, so sometimes when I sit there and say I and me, it really is an I me. I couldn't do most of the things I do if I didn't have a staff or people who are like close to me, the crew, to get a lot of things I get done. I'm a good delegator though, and I can recognize people sometimes. When I recognize certain skills, I just get them on my team and want to run with it. So even now, me being able to go back and forth to Florida, to New Jersey, to get into other things, to be talking about, you know, my trips to California, trying to get into that industry again, or the movie entertainment industry again. I couldn't do that if nobody was home making a shop run. And a shop is a lot more intricate than people would think. People think, oh, it's got a restaurant. Yeah, but it's a whole team. It's like 22 people work there, different shifts. And it all got a blend to make it work. People have, you know, I look at my Google reviews almost every day. I mostly, like 90 something percent, get good reviews. Sometimes there's haters, I think, you know, and then there's sometimes there people have bad experience, and I feel bad about it. I usually show my employees like, yo, look at this Google review. Sometimes right away they remember it and they recognize it. Other times, like, man, that person's just a hater, just said something that didn't mean nothing, just to throw some negativity out there. But again, it's the staff. My staff runs everything, even down in Florida. And by the way, I have 4 daughters and 1 son. 3 of my daughters are grown and they work at my place in New Jersey. 1 daughter is still a minor and she still works there. She just works behind the counter and, you know, she's the counter girl. And my son is in Florida running the Joint of Miami. That's the name of the club that we opened in Miami. I'm gonna send you a link to that. It's the Joint of Miami.com.
So what kind of club is it?
Man, it's Miami Club.
Yeah.
It's music. Yeah, it's a music club, you know.
Can you smoke in there?
Yes. 420 friendly, all that.
I can show it right quick. Let me scroll down and show it.
There's some decent videos on there if you want to look at.
There you go. There it is right there.
Yep, that's the outside. That's really what the outside looks like.
Wow. Okay.
And that building to the right there, that white building.
Right here. Yeah.
Yes. I just got that. And so now that building is getting ready to get painted too. And it's going to be the biggest club in Miami.
You say your son's running it?
My son runs that. If you go all the way back up to the top, scroll back up to the top, all the way over to your left, all the way to the top, the 3 little dots.
Yeah.
3 little lines up top. Oh, wait a minute, I don't see it on yours. Well, hit About Us. Yeah, see staff? Yeah, hit About Us, and then staff. There's my son right there.
Okay.
So he's the CEO. Essence, my niece, that's my sister's daughter. They're both running it. It's their baby. I was the founder. That title needs to change from owner to founder. Yeah. And this is some of my staff. To be honest with you, there's 1 or 2 shouldn't be up there no more. And 1 or 2 should be up. I'll have that in a minute. But there's videos. If you go to the home page, click home and scroll down, there's a couple of decent videos. Yeah, even that one right there. That was a good one.
What's up, man? It's your
NJ.
Alamo live and direct. Just want to let y'all know what's going on. Live from Miami, the Wynwood section. Welcome to the joint of Miami. Let's go.
That's a VIP area.
Yeah, it's tight. Yeah, I would say that's one thing too. Is like sometimes it's like even though they got the marijuana legal, it still don't be a lot of places you can go smoke freely out there.
Right.
So that's cool when you got places like your place.
Right. So that's what I did. I created a place that is marijuana friendly, where people can come and smoke. And listen, I've been in plenty of bars. You know, I like going to bars because I go socialize. You know, I'm not a drunk, and I don't really like drunks. You know, I'd rather go to a place that emphasize marijuana more anyway. If I went to a place, a hash bar and stuff like that, where you just get to smoke weed, still get the whole club music vibe, I would like it. So I built it. Now, is that really 100% legal yet? No. I'm at the line. I'm allowing people to smoke. I don't sell it there, but I openly allow people to smoke there. I'm actually catering to those type of people. I want them to come to my place. I say catering to the cannabis consuming community. And ultimately, there's going to come a day that there's going to be a lot of places like this that cater to potheads, that recognize this particular segment of society and provide things for them. And, you know, that's coming. Wow, you know what? I haven't looked at this website in a while, but I got to do some real updating on this.
I'm going to say, what would you like to say to your fans and supporters?
Hey, come through the joint one day. Either one of us, whether it's the joint of Miami or the joint in Trenton, New Jersey. Come check it out. You know, we're weed friendly, whether we're at the restaurant in New Jersey where you know, we sell 8 ounces in chicken wings. Or in Florida, where we're allowing this club to just be a big, you know, a weed club. I mean, naming it the joint of Miami. That's what that is. You know, trying to get the attention of people who smoke weed. Oh, you know what? I didn't mention this, but I was trying to do cannabis cruises too.
Yeah, you mentioned it.
Yeah. Now, right there on the home page there, right? Scroll down where it says cannabis cruises. You see that on the Joint of Miami page?
Playing your video. Yeah.
All right, and then click here. You hit click here where it says cannabis cruises. Click here.
Let me share my screen. Yeah.
All right, now scroll down. Keep going. There's a video underneath that picture of me and my little belly hanging out. that video right there. Click on that video.
Oh shit! I'm trying to.
That's not cool.
So that's what the plan. That's the vibe.
Yeah, that's it right there. That's the boat cruises I'm trying to put together, all associated with the joint of Miami. Both the boats, the boats named the joint of Miami. The everything is geared towards the joint of Miami. And when people travel, I'm looking for potheads around the country who want to travel down to New Jersey or travel down to Florida, and they're seeking a little weed experience along with their South Florida experience, the club, the boat, the water, all that. So I'm putting it all together. If you're a member of the joint, you can ride the boat. You have access to the boat, jet skis. And yeah, I'm catering to potheads who travel. They're everywhere.
Yeah. All right, man. I want to say thanks for coming through politicking with me.
No problem, man. No problem.
Glad to see you doing good for yourself.
I'm trying. The government's not on everybody's back no more like they were before. Like I said, I feel like the last man standing around here. And once you got the government off your back, man, you're free to make money or live your life, and that's what I feel like I'm doing right now. I'm preparing for retirement. I'm trying to pass on or create some generational wealth for my kids. I got my kids working with me. I'm trying. Somebody was joking with me the other day. I wasn't sure if I could call it this or if they was joking, and they was calling us, me and my family, my kids, the Kardashians of Kush. And I kind of laughed about it, but they were like, "Man, everybody's all involved. Like everybody's involved in this whole thing." And I don't know. I just want to pass this whole generational wealth off. If somebody should make money in this industry, I do believe it should be the victims of the war on drugs. And why I feel like I was a victim of the war on drugs, but I also know my kids were. When I was in prison, my kids suffered. When I couldn't get a job, my kids suffered. Couldn't get a job because our daddy was arrested a few times for weed and whatever. Can't get a job at Walmart. And those arrests changed my life a lot. I had to wiggle through and figure it out with a felony for weed, this, that, and the other. So, but I still feel like they were victims. And now they're getting the benefit of it, and that's my goal right now. At this point in my life, I feel like I won certain things, but in my 20s and 30s, when I should have been generating wealth, instead I was fighting the man and getting locked up and this, that, and the other. At this point in my life, I want to help, do things for my kids as I prepare for my retirement. Like I'm at that age that I want to be the dude just chilling in Florida too. So let me build this thing up in Florida, catering to potheads, and the restaurant in New Jersey keep on doing this thing. There's gonna come a time people will be like, "Where is he? He just totally disappeared." Like, yep, don't worry, I ain't disappeared. I'm sitting on a boat somewhere in the Caribbean. That's where I'll be. That's what I want to do. Living cheap. Give anything I develop in the next couple of years is going to end up in my kids' hands. All I need to do is take a few dollars with me as I go sailing off into the Caribbean, and I can get all the kids to get a little back room or something for me when I come crash sometimes. But other than that, I'm kind of done with the whole public activism anyway. I'm trying to shut down and prepare for it.
That's what's up. Then how can people reach you?
They can go to the joint for sure. One or the other. I'm there. I'm at one or the other just about every day. Right now I'm in Trenton, New Jersey. So I was at the joint a little while ago. I'm getting ready to go back over there. And when I'm in Florida, I'm at the joint. But to reach me, oh my goodness, man, I have so many problems lately with social media and emails and everything. Man, I got hackers. I became famous. I became the target of all these people who fake me. There's so many fake Weedman Instagrams out there.
Mm.
I have my own Instagram, NJWeedman. Right now, that still exists, NJWeedman. But like the joint of Miami, some faker took it over. I've had one issue after another issue. Actually, I just made a lot of national news just because I was complaining about Instagram.
Mm.
My own website, NJWeedman.com, something just happened to that. I was on the phone for 2 hours this morning. I've had that website for 20 years, NJWeedman.com. And a couple of days ago, it went down. I'm still trying to get it back up.
Mm.
But yeah, if anybody want to get in touch with me, I guess Instagram, Facebook, NJWeedman. Inbox.
All right. Man. It was great talking to you again, man.
Thank you.
All right, we out.
Good talking to you too. Thank you. And your audience, check me out, NJWeedman.com or Instagram, NJWeedman. Definitely with my locations too. The Joint of Miami. Check out thejointofmiami.com. Same thing in New Jersey. NJ Weedman's Joint. NJ Weedman's Joint on Facebook. NJWeedman'sJoint.com.
All right, bro. It was nice talking to you again. You stay up.
You too. Thanks, man. Peace.